Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel and this is Conditional Events. This asset was based on regular Unity events. The main difference is this object becomes like a big if statement where you can build your conditions. So just like Unity event, you can select your functions from this object right here. And for this basic example, I just selected the test true function. Returns a boolean. So let me just play this. When I click this button, it's gonna trigger both these events. And as you can see, the result is true because test true function returns a true value, boolean value. So basically, I'm saying that if test true, which returns true, then the result is gonna be true. For this case, since there are no events, the result is gonna be false by default. Now let me just stop this and I'm gonna add another condition right here. Let's see, test false. Now, as you can see, there are two conditions now for the whole conditional event. The second is test false, which returns a boolean value of false. And here you get a conditional logical AND. These are the logical operators for for the conditional events. By default, it's the conditional logical AND is selected. Now, if I hit play again, let's just wait, and I'm gonna trigger again. Now the result is gonna be false. And why is that? Because I'm saying that if test true and test false. So it's just making true and false. So the result is gonna be false. Another thing I'm going to show you is the logical NOT. When you hit the checkbox right here, you're basically saying that I'm grabbing the result of this function and turning into true for this case. Since it returns false, I'm saying not false, so true. If I hit play again, and if I trigger, see, the result is true. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to open Visual Studio. I'm just saying that if test true for the first case, and for the second case I made like a test false and conditional logical and test false. The result is going to be false. And for the last, since I checked the logical not, I'm basically saying that not test false. So I'm making true and not false. So the result is going to be true. Now, another thing I want to show you is the dynamic arguments. Just like Unity event, you can build your dynamic conditional events. For this case, I made the pointer event data. So let's just add a condition here. And here, these are the dynamic parameters. Let's just select the test true. The same thing, returns the value true. And let's see another here, test false, like the first case. So I'm gonna hit play and trigger. The result is gonna be false because it's test true and test false. Now, if I hit the logical not, trigger again, true, because I'm making test true and not test false. The result is gonna be true. And using this, I can make something like test which mouse button I clicked using dynamic arguments. Let's say for this case, I make like a, these are the arguments for this function. Now I'm gonna hit trigger this button and it's gonna check if I clicked with using the left mouse button. And for this case, it's true because I used the left mouse. Sorry. Now if I hit with the right mouse button, it's gonna be false. The middle mouse button, false again. These are just the basic usage of conditional events. In the next video, I'm going to show you some operations regarding functions that does not return Boolean value like this. Let's say test string true. This function only returns a string with the value true. I'm going to show you the function right here, basic. Sorry. Here, this function. I'm selecting this function. It returns true as a string. So in the next video, I'm going to show you this operation field regarding the return values for function that does not return Boolean values. In this case was string. See you in the next video.